Now that you are in a deep trance, we are going to give you a trigger, or reinforce it if you already have it. The trigger phrase is "I am a unicorn." If you use this trigger phrase, or if someone that you are okay with triggering you says the trigger phrase "you are a unicorn," you will undergo the transformation that you are about to experience again at whatever speed you want. Additionally, you will instantly turn back into a human if you use the reset phrase "I am not a unicorn," or if someone that you are okay with resetting you says the reset phrase "you are not a unicorn." Now your transformation will begin. First, feel a tingling sensation over your entire body as a short coat of soft and silky snow-white fur starts to grow, consuming any hair that you have as it does so. Next, feel your toes merge and change shape so that they form a continuous curve between the left and right sides of each of your feet. Each of these curves are as long as your longest toe was, and is angled upwards and inwards 30 degrees. Once your toes have finished reforming into hoofs, they become a hard and durable black material. With your hoof feet done, you start to feel a tingling sensation like before, but this one is much stronger. You feel it on the back of your neck, as well as on the top and back of your head as the fur in those areas starts to lengthen, growing to 3 inches, 6 inches, 9 inches, and eventually 1 foot long, now resembling hair much more than fur. As this happens, that fur will start to become softer and silkier until it is twice as soft and silky as the rest of your fur is. Now, feel how your face is stretching out to form a long muzzle. As this happens, your nose disappears, the only remnants of it being your nose holes, which get moved to the top left and top right corners of the front side of your muzzle. As this happens, they grow, becoming twice as big as they had been. Next, feel a pulling sensation at the base of your spine as a tail starts to grow, it being half as long as your legs are tall. It starts out as wide as your arms are, but quickly comes to a rounded point near the end of it. The fur on your tail is identical to the long hair-like fur that you have recently grown. After that, you feel your ears move to the top of your head as they become shaped like hollow cones that have been cut in half. Despite how different your new and old ears are, you will find that your hearing is just as good as it was before your transformation began. In fact, you will even find that your hearing seems to be much stronger in the directions that your ears are facing. You will be able to rotate them straight forwards, in the direction of the side of your head that they are on, and anywhere in between. You can also rotate them up and down, pointing them anywhere between straight up and straight in the direction of the side of your head that they are on. In reality, your mind will just pay a lot more attention to sounds in the directions that they are facing, and less attention to sounds in the directions that they aren't facing, causing sounds in the directions that they are facing to seem louder while ones from other directions seem to be quieter. However, you will be completely unaware that this is what is happening. Now, become aware of how your muscle memory is changing, making it so that when standing or walking or even jumping, you have to rest your weight on the hoofed part of your feet, bend your feet up as much as possible, and crouch your legs. While your altered muscle memory already makes walking and standing like this easy, it is made easier by your lengthening feet and shrinking lower legs. They change size at the same rate until your lower legs are as short as your feet used to be and your feet are as long as your lower legs used to be. These changes combined with your altered muscle memory make walking and standing on the hoofed part of your feet, or walking digitigrade as it is called, feel completely natural to you, as if you have done it for your entire life. That being said, your muscle memory and your legs and feet won't actually change, but you will be incapable of not perceiving yourself as having a digitigrade leg and foot structure and won't be able to understand any logic when it is applied in a way that directly suggests that you don't have a digitigrade leg and foot structure. Next, you feel a pulling sensation on your forehead as a pure white horn starts to grow, its shape like that of a cone surrounded by a narrowing spiral. It is 1 foot long and starts out 3 inches wide, but gradually gets narrower until it ends in a dull point. You feel positive energy radiating from your unicorn horn, constantly filling you with joy and energy. And when you want to rest or sleep, you will find that the energy that your horn gives you changes, becoming more relaxing than energizing. Now, your irises are changing, becoming a constantly changing mix of beautiful vibrant colors that flow amongst each other. As this happens, your mind changes in several ways. The first change makes it so that it is much harder to feel sad. That's not to say that you can't become sad, but as a unicorn you are such a constantly joyful creature that it takes a lot to bring you down, and even when that happens it never takes long for you to become your joyful self once again. The second change to your mind makes it so that you will love to look at rainbows, and feel very magical, especially in your horn. You'll know that you aren't actually magical, but that will do nothing to lessen the feeling and your enjoyment of it. The third of the changes to your mind makes it so that you will be much more gentle and kind, finding it very difficult to act with even the tiniest bit of anger or hostility. That isn't to say that you won't be able to oppose people, but you will do so in a very gentle way, not able to swear or even raise your voice. The fourth and final mental change makes it so that it is very difficult for you to become angry, and simply impossible to become jealous. In fact, you will find that it is hard to feel any emotion that isn't positive and gentle, because you are a kind and gentle creature, and your personality matches that perfectly. Finally, the effects of this hypnosis file will become inactive if they are a risk to your physical body or your well-being, if they are a risk to your social or professional life, if there is an emergency that they would prevent you from dealing with to the best of your abilities, or if they are a risk to your mental health. Also, any effect of this hypnosis file that was an issue will become active again once it no longer will be one. Additionally, you will never find this hypnosis file or the effects of it to be even slightly addicting. Now you have been transformed into an Anthro unicorn, your fur as white as snow. This session is almost over, so goodbye, my magical friend.